reveal the true character. And honestly, what you might see, you might not like. Okay? And let's assume the guy's not a drinker, so how do you do a workaround on that? Here's what you do. You take him to a restaurant, and in advance, it might cost you a couple of bucks, you pay the waiter or the waitress or the wait staff to spill a drink on the guy and see how he reacts to that. Because if he has a really super negative reaction and he doesn't roll with it, that's a red flag, ladies. That's a red flag. If he freaks out, asks for the manager, he wants to talk to the corporate office and screams at the top of his lungs with the vein sticking out in his neck, that's not your guy. So let me save you about 10, 20 years of misery right now. Yeah, this is valuable information. You could pay me later. This is valuable shit. So listen very carefully.
I am completely lost. So this is what you're saying. Let me just get this straight.
Sure.
You're saying there's two things a woman should do. Number one.
I'm not saying there's more than two things. I'm just saying
these are important two things.
I have a finite amount of time to talk about this, so I'm talking about just two things. I can talk about a shitload of things, of course,
Okay, but you're saying these two things. One, get your guy drunk.
Get him drunk. If he drinks, get him real drunk. In a safe, enclosed environment to see what he's like. Because, sometimes when people get drunk, they're not the same person that they are when they're stone cold sober. And what you might see when he's drunk, it might not be what you like to see. He might become a completely different person.
Ted, what if I'm looking at you right now and thinking this?
Well, because we're not getting married, we're not having butt sex. We're not having kids together, so it's okay.
No butt children. No, absolutely.
Yeah, you might have a brown baby, but you won't be having a baby.
What is it? I feel like your goal is to say brown baby on the show at least once a week.
This is actually the first time I said it.
You know what? I'm going to ask the question because I have gone along with this every time you've said it. Yeah. Is a brown baby a piece of shit? What is a brown baby?
Well, it is actually technically a piece of shit. But the point is, this is not analogous because we're two heterosexual males having this conversation. So this is not analogous to a woman who wants to, spend the rest of her life with another man who she might have kids or multiple kids with. And she might. It's a good possibility she might screw it up because here's the bottom line: in dating, every dude is going to tell you what you want to hear, when you want to hear it, and go blah 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 because they want to get in your pants. But once he's there, and you have to settle down for the long run. That's when you find out the real deal. And it might take you 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. And, and then when you find out the guy's true colors, guess what? You guessed wrong and you fucked up. Well, and now you got to press the reset button.
You know what? I think that's the biggest problem with online dating, right? Because usually what happens is you meet people in a bar, right? And they are fucked up.
But if it's online dating, it's not in a bar because it's online. What are you talking about? It's online.
Can I finish my thought here, dildo?
Sure.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that if you meet people in a bar, generally, when you go out with them a couple times, they're going to get fucked up, right? Sooner or later, they're going to be drunk and do whatever. Sure. But if you're online dating, you never get that chance, right? Yeah. It's just like you're
texting online. Yeah, there's no, it's just very sterile because it's just online. It's just texting back and forth. And in the online internet world, you could say anything you want and create any type of image you want with no accountability because there's no way to verify or corroborate what the other person's saying. They could say, "Oh, I'm an executive on an oil rig." in Lagos, Nigeria, and I have $1 million, which obviously is not accurate, but of course they can say anything they want.
Are you saying there's no oil executives on oil rigs in Lagos?
Do you remember the time you were online and you said you had a 9-inch cock and and $5 million in the bank and you hit the ball 400 yards? Yeah, that's my point.
Okay, well, you know what? A couple of those things are true. I mean,
2 out of the 3 are true.
Yeah, but, 2 out of the 2. You guys can figure it out.
But the third one was wildly inaccurate.
It was. I literally don't have a 9-inch penis. So, okay, Ted, all I'm saying is that like back in the day, which was cool, you would meet a chick. You generally meet them at a bar, and you'd go out a couple times. You friends and everything, and you'd be able to see. Like a guy would be able to see what if a girl was cool when she was drunk, and a girl would be able to see if a guy was cool. And now you might not get to see that. With all this pandemic stuff, people might have been going out and never having done that. So this isn't technically the world's shittiest advice.
No, but I'm saying those days are over because nobody meets anybody organically in a bar or naturally anymore. Everything's basically online now. So you're meeting people randomly online. And you have to find out about them for the first time. So you're gonna be enthralled by what they say online, and then you're gonna meet them, but then you don't really see the true them unless you drill deeper. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Or if we're talking back in the 70s.
Drill deeper. Sorry.
Back in the 70s and 80s, yeah. You're meeting people organically in a bar or naturally like a restaurant. But I mean, those days are over. You know, it's not about, hey, I'm going to make eye contact with somebody and they like me and I like them. It's too random. But now with these multiple dating apps, you know, Grindr for you, of course, but I'm kidding.
Wait,
I'm joking.
Is Grindr the one for two fellas? Why are you calling me? Why are you saying this about me? This is so mean.
It's dick on dick. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Oh, my God.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course.
Oh, man. You know what? There are so many people that have been to family parties, and you literally have repeated everything that their drunk uncle has said.
Exactly.
And there's like, I know Ted. He's related to me.
Exactly.
Oh, man. Wow. You know what? I thought Ted's tips would be a fun, cute thing for you to do, and now it's just turning into this horrible thing.
No, it's not meant to be fun. It's meant to be, actually.
Oh, geez, sorry,
it's a public service announcement. It's not meant to be fun. Yeah, if I want to have fun, I'll buy a Tickle Me Elmo doll or some shit like that, or a Cabbage Patch doll,
Why? What? Why would you buy dolls? What are you, Prince Andrew now?
I love Prince Andrew, by the way, so I'm glad you reminded me. So Prince
No
Andrew.
one loves.
Did I tell that story about how Prince Andrew, at the age of 42, he hired some servants. I guess he had a collection of 72 teddy bears.
Now you're living my life, folks. Teddy telling the same story
and they had
over and over.
And the servants had to organize the 72 teddy bears.
Yes, Ted.
In precise order.
Oh, my God.
Or they would be fired immediately.
Oh, my God. You guys now know why I've lost my mind? Like, the fact that I'm crazy is this right here.
And you know that blowjob to Virginia Guffrey cost him $14 million.
Yes, we know that.
I mean, I would have jerked him off for free. So, I mean, like Deshaun, I would have jerked him off for free in exchange for just like a week at Estate or something like that. If I could just like play some polo or something.
You know what we're gonna have to keep a list of guys that you would jerk off for free.
Yeah, it only lasts like 10 seconds, so it's not like it would take a long time.
I don't think that's the point, how long it's going to take, Ted. I think you've literally offered to jerk off like 4 guys.
Well, I'm wearing a latex glove, so it's not like it's not really me. It's the glove that's doing it, and it's just the grip pressure. It's not,
Is that what you tell yourself, Ted?
Well, I'm looking at the big picture. I'm not looking at the big picture.
So when you walk into the bathhouse, you're like, hey, it's not me. It's my butt, man.
Exactly.
I'm not in charge of my butt.
Exactly.
Yeah, my butt's in charge of my butt. Yeah. Oh, Teddy. Oh, man. You know, it's just so awesome. All right. So, look, Teddy, let me ask you something. How do you feel right now? How do you feel? You feel good? You feel healthy? You feel strong?
No, I feel great. I feel really good. Thank you. Actually, the area we live in, springtime is here early. The days are getting longer. The weather's getting warmer. My disposition's improving immensely. My golf game is actually really bad right now. But other than that,
your disposition is improving?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Did I tell you I bowled last night and we beat a good team? And, and actually I wasn't even paying attention. I still shot three really good games against the team we bowled against. And I wasn't even trying that hard. So,
okay,
yeah,
folks, you're going to hear some dead air. I'm just going to go around. I've got a bucket of knives in my basement, and I'm just going to grab one and try to kill myself. If Ted's going to talk about bowling, I just want to end this immediately as fast as possible. And I know most of you are probably already dead.
By the way, folks, whoever wants to bowl, to get together and bowl and have a few drinks, me and Matt. Matt loves to bowl too, by the way, even though he bowls with 2 hands for some weird reason.
So you're inviting all of our listeners out.
All of our listeners out to do a little bowling thing where we can get together and just have some beer or some drinks and do some bowling.
And then we can see if they be good husbands. I like that.
Just not to us.
Oh, not to me, Ted. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay.
We could vet them, of course.
So we could, you know what we could do? We could have all of our listeners out, guys and girls, right? We could get them drunk, do a little bowling, get them drunk.
Yeah.
And then we could pre-vet them. So somebody could call in or text in or get on social media and say, hey, did you know Diane? And say, oh, yeah, Diane, she was really great. We got her drunk and she was really nice. But Chuck's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah.
That's a red flag. It's a red flag.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I can't even. There is no fucking way I'm doing this. Oh my God. You know what? It's sometimes an incomplete thought is the best thing ever. Okay. So let me ask you this. If you're feeling good, so obviously you have to do one of these things. Let me ask you a question. It's kind of a long question, but tell me which one of these you are. Are you a pescatarian, a vegetarian, excuse me, a vegan? Are you gluten-free? Do you do intermittent fasting, keto, Atkins, raw food, or Jenny Craig? Which one of those is your trick to feeling good and being healthy? Which one?
Intermittent fasting, for sure. So, I mean, I don't have a specific diet, and there's some stuff I eat that I shouldn't be eating. But so the bottom line is my tip is that, or my secret is, not that I have model underwear, like like Marky Mark, he's got the underwear model body with the 6-pack ab. But, so the bottom line is no matter what I eat, I try to wait at least 10 to 14 hours before I eat again. So if I have a large pizza or chicken wings or something that I shouldn't be, or Wendy's double stack or something, whatever I eat, I'll wait at least 10 to 14 hours before I eat again. So at least you're emptied out and you do feel better, and that does help. So it does actually.
Okay, so you have your Wendy's double stack.
Yeah.
And then you just, for those 10 or 14 hours, you're just drinking Crown, and you're good.
Crown, water, coffee, but no food, though. No food. Yeah, just no solid food at that.
So you just basically, if you have something at lunch, you just drink your dinner.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you feel like that's healthy?
To me, it is.
So have you ever had like a heart attack or anything like that? Have you ever had any serious health issues?
No, I have not. Yeah, I feel great. I'm like Tommy Lee. Remember Tommy Lee from the drummer from Motley Crue? He was drinking like a fifth of vodka a day. No, he was drinking 2/5 of vodka a day.
What?
Yeah, Tommy Lee from Motley Crue was drinking 2/5 of vodka a day, starting at 9 a.m. to like 10 p.m, and then finally he was like, of course his hot wife, who's like 34 years old, he's like 65, of course, said, "Hey, baby, you need to stop."
Wait, is this another one of those guys with hot wives? And he's like,
of course he's hot. Of course he's got a hot wife. He's like, he's a rock star. Of course he's got a hot wife. Don't all rock stars have hot wives?
I don't know. Do they? Yeah.
Well, did he marry a bag lady?
Wait, I don't think any of them married bag ladies.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so lucky.
Yeah. Why don't you name the last rock star who married like a chick who wasn't like smoking hot? If you could do that, I agree.
Oh, I cannot.
Oh,
do
exactly.
I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna go play something. I know. You play an instrument, right? What do you play? The male organ? What?
I heard you play the skin flute pretty well.
You know what? That's yeah. Wow, you're pretty good with that, Teddy. Okay, so you remember when we were younger, when people talk about your health, they would talk about two things, right?
Yeah.
Talk about your mental health and your physical health.
Sure.
Right? They talk about like as long as you're being normal and you're not like climbing up in a bell tower with a rifle and blowing people's brains out.
Sure.
You have good mental health.
Sure.
Okay, so do you have good, solid mental health?
I do. Because my mother, God bless her, by the way, had some mental health issues for her whole life, and in fact, she was actually involuntarily institutionalized in a locked facility, not like a mental but like a hospital. Like they had a locked wing for like, people who had mental health issues. And the funny thing, when I visited her there, most of the people I saw there were actually young people. They weren't like older people like my mother, who was in her 70s or 80s, by the way.
Right.
They were people like in their teens and 20s who, maybe had suicidal ideations or something. So that was like, wow, that was kind of a wake-up call. So most of the people there were actually young people. They cut themselves, or, maybe they had suicidal ideas or something, or God knows what. But yeah, my mom was actually one of the more senior people there, but she's 80 years old, so it's just like she lived her life, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ted, how in the fuck am I learning all this stuff? I can't believe I'm learning this as everyone else is.
Yeah.
So you have a history of crazy.
There's mental illness in my family.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
I could tell you some shit. It's pretty fun. I mean, it's not funny, but it was funny now, but it wasn't funny then. It wasn't funny then.
No.
It wasn't funny then. Yeah.
No. I think the point I'm trying to make is, obviously, your mother.
Yeah. God bless her, by the way. Yeah. Love my mother.
Gave you your mental illness.
Well, I don't know about that, but yeah.
I mean, I guess you could have got it from your friends. I mean,
Ted,
I got to be honest, some of your friends, they're really fucked up.
It's like VD.
No, I don't. Not like in sex.
It's transmittable.
Ted, you can't get mental illness from getting butt fucked. I don't even think you can get a lot of things, but mental illness is not one of them.
So I couldn't take Val.